The Knicks are back. Let's go. Hey, let's go. You hear the song?
Losing 2 games, they're not back for long. But all right.
New York.
Hey, man.
You said, wait, what did he just say?
Sender. I said they lose 2 games, and that's return to the sender.
Yeah, they haven't done it in a minute, so I don't care.
All right.
Over 500.
Let's go Knicks. Let's go
Bobby
Knicks.
Shmurda is free.
Let's go Knicks. Let's go Knicks.
They're like 7-2 since they released Bobby Shmurda.
Cause and effect.
Come on,
Cause and effect.
New York is back.
Wow.
The real New York.
You're right. New York's been back. Let's go Nets.
And look who has a problem with it.
Send the Nets back to New Jersey. Yeah, yes. I said it. Yeah, send them back to New Jersey. So an area that actually appreciates them.
No,
nobody cares about the Nets.
The Nets are legitimate.
That's a fact. New York
nobody cares about the Nets.
There's a whole movement. I don't even know there's a whole movement.
They need to.
Basketball needs New Jersey. That's a whole movement.
Amen.
Man.
Y'all know if
Y'all
know if he goes back to Jersey, KD and Kyrie ain't going with you. Neither is Harden.
Wait, that's disrespectful.
What choice do they have? Where are they gonna go?
Kyrie is from
disrespectful.
That man's from.
They ain't going back. They ain't going
KD's
back.
from Baltimore. It's very close.
We're keeping them.
We can make this a
we'll start a new team.
New Jersey
we'll start a new team in Brooklyn.
The same person. Low key JD. Nomad. You know where to find me.
Let's go Knicks.
You know where to find me, man.
Where do they find you?
On IG, Twitter, and anywhere else you want to look.
But not the streets, because you're not the voice of the streets anymore. Have you?
Stay home.
That's
the voice of the streets says stay home.
That's a safe message for whoever needs to hear it.
Everyone needs to hear it. The United States is wilding. Wear a mask.
Oh man,
wear a mask. Florida, that means you. Like overall.
Texas.
Georgia.
I don't care what your mayor has to say. Wear a mask.
The governor.
I don't care who says it. Wear a mask.
Or go to Cancun. Oh wait, we're not making that joke anymore. Sorry.
No. Don't bring your problems.
You're funny.
Don't bring your problems there. This is.
Those are good, hardworking people.
No, wait, no. Or go to Canada.
Go to Canada.
No, don't bring your problems to them either. Just do better. Do better.
With Ted Cruz.
If you want to go
on a cruise.
If you want to not wear a mask, go to an abandoned island and stay there.
Take a cruise.
Didn't Cristiano Ronaldo do that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, he did actually. That was the most G thing I've ever seen. This man said, "I'm out. Crazy. I'm not dealing with y'all. I bought an island."
Getting shipments and deliveries.
Crazy.
Imagine you had enough money to buy. We're off topic. Paul, introduce yourself.
All right. PR 1995 IG. PRR 1995 Flossy. The Knicks are back.
Introduce the rest of our handles, please.
Well, that's LDDA.
No.
At the Soapbox SB.
We handled that.
At the Soapbox SB on everything.
On everything. So today we have a different sort of format on today's episode. We are recording on March 4th. So things are subject to change. Teams are either subject to getting better or worse, or likely getting out of the playoffs. Hashtag Knicks.
You said what?
I said hashtag Knicks coming out of the playoffs, getting out of contention. Let's go Nets. But we're going to be talking about.
This man said, "Let's go Knicks" before this podcast started.
I like to see good basketball. I like to see good basketball.
No, you don't, because you want the Knicks to fail.
You didn't even see the Nets play.
You give me Max Kellerman vibes. Give me Max Kellerman vibes. Be careful. Be careful.
That's crazy. But okay. On today's episode, we're having what?
I want $1.
Game winning shot. Game on the line.
No, with the fate of the universe on the line.
On the line, man.
That was
game winning shot
thing I've ever heard.
I want Iguodala.
I've never.
Max, you're out.
Why would he even say that? There's
I gotta send you that, man.
Because he's a hot take specialist. Flipping? I'm flipping stacks. And I'm flipping Max for being an op. How about that? How about that? Let's go Knicks.
Whoa!
Let's go Knicks.
Wait. There's a reason.
The real Knicks fans are coming out.
No.
The city is electrified.
Let me tell you something.
I told you, Allan, what did I always say? Who got the heart of the city?
2K
Hey, man.
and 2K.
Let's
I'm
go.
on the Knicks,
Let's
man.
go.
On 2K, I'm on the Knicks. I'm
Got the heart of the city.
Stop it.
I
The
play in
New
MSG.
York Knicks. Send the Nets back to New Jersey, man.
I play on the Knicks, and they said MVP chance in my first game. They
That's
love me
because
out
we're
there.
like that. We show love to those who
Say
deserve.
MVP chance to all your rookies? That's not a good look.
It's my second year, man.
RJ Barrett and RJ.
You're gonna say that to Obi Toppin? Come on.
RJ Barrett and Julius Randle got MVP chance in the same game.
No, they didn't.
Crazy.
They did the last game
Terrible.
or the
Yeah,
game
the
before.
city's excited, bro. That's crazy. The
The city. I'm telling you.
That's so funny to me though, because like they're very they're like 18-7 or what was it 18-18?
18 and 17. 18 and 17. Over 500.
Oh, let's see
Over
that.
500.
It
Not
was
under.
madness.
Over.
There was pandemonium
19 and
in
18
the
actually.
streets. of
19 and
Flatbush.
18.
19 and 18. Get your numbers right.
That was the Flatbush. That was Manhattan.
But so we're
People
going
in
to
Manhattan.
we're going to be talking. You know what? We're on the Knicks already. Let's talk about the Knicks. We're also going to be talking about the Lakers, the Celtics, and we're going to be talking about defense overall because
The Nets. You talk about the Nets.
the Nets are better than the Knicks. That's all everybody needs to know. James Harden deserves to be the MVP.
Doesn't matter because they're not winning the chip.
Who says who?
And
Who's
that should be
stopping
better
them?
than
Wait, who's stopping them? Who's stopping them?
They're stopping themselves.
How?
Ooh. I knew he was going to say that too. I knew he was
Yeah,
gonna say
because
that.
How are they stopping themselves?
Honestly,
no defense.
nah, the Nets are the team to beat.
No
And
100% are.
in the games that the
If you
Lakers,
don't think that,
Clippers,
you don't watch
and
basketball.
if the games that the Lakers, Clippers, and Sixers played against them, they beat them all.
Mhm.
What about the Cavs?
That
Who
is
cares
a
about the
fact.
Cavs?
That is a fact. Colin
on,
Sexton
man.
and Darius Garland are the future.
Come on, man.
Give me
They
that.
play no defense. They got Bruce Brown parading as a center. Like they got to stop this.
And they waived Iman Shumpert.
No, but
They waived Iman Shumpert.
They brought it back. They brought it back. It was
But I
like a
think they waived him
contract.
again.
No,
I think
you're
they waived him
lying.
again. I
You're
think they waived
lying.
him again. I just saw it like a day ago.
Wow.
That's disrespectful.
And
Like-
somebody else, and they was saying they might be looking for one big
Waving
piece.
defenders,
Yeah.
but they don't have any.
And I
Except for
think they
KD.
waived Andre Robertson too.
Oh, did they?
No, wait, no. I saw that.
It
I
was
saw
layup mixtape.
Mm-hmm.
it was because of the contract. They signed them back. It was some contract stuff.
All right, we'll see what happens there. I thought they were trying to get a big person, but I don't know. When they were playing the Lakers, I watched the Nets play the Lakers, watched them play the Clippers twice now, watched them play the Sixers. I don't know if they play the Bucks, but I didn't see that game. But they were holding their own, and they were not playing with KD in all of those games.
I think I watched them play. I think I watched them play the Bucks, and I think the Bucks pulled away. But I remember it being close.
I feel like them not playing with KD is why you can't judge them, because I think when KD comes back, they're gonna run into problems. Because
I
again,
don't think so.
who is going to be Chris Bosh? When you have James Harden doing listen, the main offensive scorer on the team right now is Kyrie Irving. It's not even James Harden. James Harden's a point guard.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So Kyrie Irving's able to do whatever he wants. He will not be able to do whatever he wants when KD comes back.
I mean, he was doing it when KD was there.
That's a fact too. He was
And
averaging
the-
31 when KD was there.
No,
Yeah,
but
low-key-
most of that
low-key,
was
KD
without James Harden.
KD might be the one to be Chris Bosh because he's the one that just doesn't care.
That's a fact. That really is
And he
true.
can score
If that's the
to that
case-
point, then he doesn't care.
If that's the case, then I know they're not going anywhere, because then their best offensive weapon isn't being used to.
Wait, hold on. You can be Chris Bosh. Hold on. You can be Chris Bosh and still be the best offensive weapon. You're just not like the offense.
You're
can-
not showing it. It doesn't matter.
You listen. He can. Kevin Durant is so good, and this is going to be wild. But Kevin Durant is so good that he could still be Chris Bosh and still drop 40 on you.
Then he's not
Easy.
Chris Bosh.
Then he
What's
I mean,
happening with
when we're
the
talking
Nets,
about, because you're thinking of it like, oh, he's the number one guy. He's drawing all the offense. I'm thinking he's just drawing the offense, and that's James Harden and Kyrie Irving. They're the leaders. They're drawing everybody in. But KD will quietly sit on the sideline and just get you 45. Like he does that.
But then but it's easier to guard Kyrie Irving and James Harden. Listen, I know it sounds crazy, but James Harden, especially now the way he's playing, and Kyrie Irving, who are near impossible to guard, are still not as hard to guard as Kevin Durant. So if
That's not hard to say at all. That makes sense.
right,
There's only one guy in this league that I've seen be able to actually guard him somewhat.
right. So
Two guys.
Right. So if KD is the best offensive option and the most unguardable person, but you have him there, like I see James Harden and Kyrie Irving have bad shooting games more than KD.
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie Irving will shoot you out some games sometimes too. So, hey, but I'm not even going there. Defense, they play none. Rebounding.
They said
somebody please box out Bruce Brown.
There's something to be said though, because they're winning a lot of games, and I think it was Richard Jefferson who said it. Like,
I know where you're going. I heard
it
ago.
I heard him say you straight up can't outscore them. You will not be able to.
You'll never be able to.
I thought about it, and I was like, "That's
not in the playoffs."
But then, like 5 games passed, and all those teams just outscored them. That's it. Or they just outscored all those other teams. The defense wasn't a big issue, and then they did play good defense, because like what ends up happening is that someone like Joe Harris or like another shooter on the wing, whoever, if KD, Kyrie, or Harden are not in the game at any given point, Joe Harris is getting crazy good looks.
Yep,
crazy looks. It's ridiculous. He could go off for 20, 25 just from being completely wide open, because these men are so nice on the court. So that scoring is ridiculous. It's too much. I mean, I saw the Clippers play their best game of the season. I think, honestly, their best game of the season was against the Nets, and they lost by a Harden flop at the end. But that was one of the best games I saw them play, and they just couldn't outscore them. And they didn't even have KD.
I agree with Josh, because like we've seen other teams like where like they try to have like the defense be just trying to like outscore you, like the Rockets in the last couple of years. But this one, it feels different, because like this is like a good offense. It's not like just chucking them at. I mean, they do take a lot.
Is it a good offense?
Those role players are so consistent.
I'm not even gonna let you entertain that. It is a good offense.
Oh, really?
It's good in the fact that they get good looks. Everyone's skilled. It's not just a bunch of people chucking threes. You know what I mean?
It is though. It really is.
It's not a bunch of people. It's the 3 best shooters. It's 3 of the 5 best shooters in the world shooting threes.
I can't even say that, because they all get good looks. They even get mid range.
KD is taking crazy mid ranges.
The Houston Rockets, right, had a lot of good open looks too. Remember when they went 0 for 17?
Bro.
No, wait a second. It's only considered not the same because of who's on the Nets versus who's on the Rockets.
That's exactly the point.
Yes,
I can't even say that, Paul, because it wasn't all the looks. They would just chuck up threes no matter what. It wasn't even taking good threes.
But James Harden. Okay, James Harden on the Rockets. Their offense was basically some pick and roll here and there, and James Harden running ISOs. And if he's being guarded 1-on-1, he's gonna step back 3 or go to the rim and draw a foul or finish, right? Or dish to the open shoot, right?
Another 3.
Which were wide open. They got a lot of wide open looks. See, here's the thing. Like, you got to understand, man. In the playoffs, open looks, yes, they may look open, but when you're fatigued, when you got to play defense, when you have the intensity of the game being what it is, those looks tend to not go down to the same rate, at the same rate. You see what I'm saying? And the Nets now, yes, they look good right now. Yes, I'm not saying that will happen to KD and Kyrie. However, KD and Kyrie, I see a lot of, and James Harden, well, not really James Harden, not anymore, but there's a lot of ISOs.
And they do that on purpose, though.
But I don't think that's winning basketball.
But I just want to counter your point for 1 second, because I saw some stat about the Nets, and I don't know which game it was. It might have been the Clippers game again, but it was like the last 10 possessions, and they asked Harden afterwards, or KD afterwards. The last 10 possessions of the game were Harden, KD, or Kyrie. No one touched the ball.
I remember that. I watched that. I watched the Nets,
and they wanted, and they asked KD about it, and he said, "Yes, this is exactly what we want." But the reason why I think that's so dangerous, though, is because what's happening is that up until that point in fourth quarter, the rest of the team is efficient and they're holding this lead. They're keeping things very tight. And then you have 3 of the best closers in the game just taking turns with the rock in the fourth quarter. Whereas in the Rockets, the only person you had who was capable of doing that was Harden.
Yeah, and he choked.
You had to count
arguably.
If
he chokes, KD's taking that ball and violating.
Exactly.
And for some impossible reason, if KD can't do it, you have this is the Warriors all over again. The exact
there will
same
be
problem.
days where
It's not the Warriors.
They're garbage.
We'll see.
It's not. We cannot.
I don't think you understand how
I watched them, man. I'm telling you, we can't compare the Nets to the Warriors. The Warriors had ball movement, and I listen. You gotta understand. It's D'Antoni on the other side. He's an assistant coach, but he's on the other side. They are playing very similar basketball to they did on the Rockets. It's just that we don't care because it's different guys now. And look, my thing is this, right? And yes, I'm going to sound like Charles Barkley, but you cannot reinvent the wheel. People nowadays are trying to reinvent the game and do all these different things.
The game's been reinvented.
No, but the fundamentals still stay the same.
I don't.
Fundamentals.
Yes. No.
This
goes back. Hold on. Wait a second.
Go ahead.
This goes back to the defense conversation.
Yes, it does.
You can't hard hedge like that anymore. You can't stay with your guys. The big man has to come up. You have to continuously switch because you got 5 guys now that can shoot on the court. It's the same thing. The game is a little different. The game is different,
but the fundamentals have not changed. You need a big man. You need think about. Okay, listen. There are 3 factors that I believe discovered that. Well, I'm not the first person to say this, but I'm just saying from my observation of the game.
But another thing about the Nets is that Jeff Green is playing.
Oh, you have to be there.
Jeff Green is playing some of the best basketball of his life.
Say it again.
Jeff Green is playing some of the best basketball of his life.
Yes, he is, and that's not getting noticed at all. But he's doing great.
I've watched that man play for many teams, and he's playing some of the best basketball of his life. And I think he's just motivated, energized.
I don't actually.
When it comes to the big man thing,
his best was still those years with the Celtics, but this is a close second.
When it comes to the big man thing that you was talking about, Paul, I agree with you 100%. I just think DeAndre Jordan needs to put in the effort, and I think an okay player. I think Claxton. He played well.
But wait a second. They traded Jared Allen. They traded Jared Allen because they disrespect the big man. It's D'Antoni. He doesn't care for a big man.
DeAndre Jordan's still on the team.
He's still on the team just as a backup. He starts just because. Bruce Brown plays a lot of minutes at the 5. A lot of minutes. So listen. I believe there are 3 aspects.
What makes you think
D'Antoni? You said what?
What makes you think it was D'Antoni's idea to trade Jared Allen?
D'Antoni is a common denominator between the Rockets. Between the Rockets and the Nets, right?
But
the Rockets traded away Clint Capella and put PJ Tucker there. Now D'Antoni goes to the Nets. They trade away Jared Allen. At least have a backup center. They didn't want to play Nicholas Claxton like that. They just do it because they kind of have to.
But do you not think that was just a product of the man to just get the James Harden trade? Why do you it's not like they just traded Jared Allen for no reason. They traded for Jared for.
One thing about the Rockets too, the Rockets suck
right now.
Terrible.
They're injured too. They're injured.
I don't know why they got rid of DeMarcus Cousins. He was doing all right for them.
Listen, I don't know what's going on with them, but I think it's injury because.
And Victor Oladipo said he's not trying to return, or he's.
No, he wants a long-term contract. He'll be out for 2 years.
Yeah, they had a lot of injury problems, but they were playing well at one point when they were healthy.
Now, what are you gonna do if Andre Drummond shows up and is the new center for the Knicks? Not for the Knicks. I'm sorry, for the Nets. I'm very tired. They don't
have anybody to trade for Andre Drummond, but they're not gonna do it because I'm telling you, they got Bruce Brown out there parading like PJ Tucker. I'm telling you, but listen. Well, they're not going to do it because listen, Jared Allen, yes, I get what you're saying about trying to get James Harden, but they don't even play. They just started playing Claxton the other day. He's been on the team for 2 years, so I know he knows the offense. I know he's he's been there. They just didn't.
I think he's whack. If I'm being honest.
Some people say that. Bruce Brown is playing the 5 a lot. I'm telling you, there's a common denominator here. But I think there are 3 things that you need a big man to at least get boards and play interior defense. You need a post.
Wait a second. All I'm going to say is big man can do a lot more than that. Continue.
At the very least, you need a post or paint presence. Not even paint. You need a post presence. Think about every team that's won in the past like 10 years.
The Golden State Warriors had
LeBron.
Golden State Warriors had no post presence. Zero. None.
On defense, yes, they did.
Oh, on defense? I thought we were talking about offense.
I'm talking about offense. You need. Well, let me not say post. You need. Let me not say post. They need. You need a paint presence. You need a paint presence.
On defense, they did, but on offense, they had no post presence.
I'm talking offense. You need a paint. You need. Listen, LeBron was in the post.
I hear what you're saying. I'm saying right? You said in the last 10 years, 3 of those chips, at least 5 of those trips were with the Warriors. 3 of them ended in chips for them. And in none of those 5 years, except for maybe the first, they had post presence.
No. I said the wrong thing. That's my fault. Paint
presence on the offensive side.
Yes,
they did not have that.
Yes, they did. True. Yes, they did. Stephen Curry was one of the most efficient players, not just like guards.
So you're not talking about big men. You're talking about anybody generally.
I'm on the second. Okay, all right. Let me be very specific in what I'm saying.
Yes, please, because
you need, and could somebody press record just in case like I cut out again? Could
right now?
Yeah, I see it recording right now.
I already hit it.
You hit it? Okay, good. All right. You need a big man for interior defense at the very least and getting boards. You need that, right? That's number 1. Number 2, you need a paint presence. Now, this is where the evolution of the game comes into play. The paint presence may look a little different. It might not be a Shaq or a Hakeem Olajuwon or Patrick Ewing, or Tim Duncan or David Robinson. It might be a LeBron. It might be even Kobe was in the paint a lot in the post. Stephen Curry was shooting one of the highest percentages in the paint in the league back in their days. I remember them saying that he was finishing the paint with efficiency.
He's finishing at 50% at the rim.
Mm-hmm. And then when they got KD would post up sometimes too. Fade away. Well, not post up like mid-range area, but like it's like close to the paint type basketball. You need an right. If you're just fucking up threes and you have 3 guys that are just dribble from the perimeter, that does not win. It has never won. We've seen it come close though, and it has never won. They don't, and KD right now. Yes, I know you're saying they have that mid-range game, but he don't have that back to the basket game anymore like that on the Nets.
So let me ask you one question: which team?
You said 2 things. Those are the only 2 things?
And a good offensive system, which I don't believe that the Nets have. They have good offensive players, not a good offensive system. You need a system where there's ball movement, right?
So what team in the East would beat them though? Based off of what you're saying.
No one.
I think the Sixers can give them some trouble. The Celtics, we're gonna get to the Celtics, but they're shocking me right now.
Who on the 76ers is guarding Kevin Durant and James Harden?
Tobias Harris.
Is guarding both of them at the same time? That's crazy.
He's gonna have to.
James Harden. Wait, hold on. James Harden isn't using. Wait a second. You remember when Kevin Durant was on the Thunder and they had Tony Allen guarding him?
Mm-hmm.
And he was kind of giving him problems.
That's a fact. And Chris Paul did too.
Because if you're not going to use your size, then it doesn't matter. You could put a smaller person up. Like you remember when Patrick Beverly stole the ball from LeBron last year?
Yes,
when you're on the perimeter, it doesn't matter. You could be Kristaps Porzingis. It doesn't matter. If you're not going to go in the paint and use your size, it doesn't matter. James Harden is a point guard again.
I don't think they could outscore the Sixers. I mean, I think they would outscore the Sixers.
You got to play some defense, man. You got
where the 76ers would bully them is Joel Embiid will violate whatever
have
big
50,
man they
Simmons
put out
might
there
have
aside from
25.
DeAndre Jordan.
Danny Green might have his numbers, Tobias Harris, but you're still comparing that to what KD, Kyrie, and Harden potentially.
Let me ask
the Nets don't. Okay,
go ahead. Ask your question.
You said the third thing was like good offensive
system.
Like with every LeBron team that I've seen win the championship, maybe the Lakers, but like they didn't have a great offensive system.
I agree.
I disagree.
Their system. No, actually, Allan, you are wrong on that because their system was very great. It was called LeBron James, and he just kept going.
That's my point. That's not really a system.
No, that's right. No. LeBron has been a point guard for longer than we've been willing to admit.
I think that's dismissing. I think when in Cleveland he did have a bit of a system with Kevin Love and Kyrie. I will say that because Kevin Love was changed, his way he was playing was changed, and that was because of what LeBron made him do. He made him a catch and shoot.
He made him whack.
That was definitely.
He made him whack.
They went to the finals though.
The thing is,
it only worked when LeBron was there. The minute he left, as we saw in Cleveland, he made him whack.
Well, Kevin Love wasn't doing anything.
That's my point. That's why I don't think it's a system. Because once you take LeBron out of any of those teams, they instantly come whack. That's
every star player though. You say that a lot about LeBron, but that's everybody.
Not true.
That's every single star. Look at the Lakers right now without Anthony Davis, man.
Because they have LeBron, so that means they don't have a good system.
That's not a good
system. The Lakers, you telling me the Lakers don't have a good system right now? LeBron is even as aggressive as he's been in previous teams.
I think the Lakers
they have a system.
Their big men from the offseason losses.
So we're going to the Lakers. So.
Yeah,
we can go to the Lakers
because
they are going to hurt right now because Anthony Davis isn't there. And
we didn't even talk about the Knicks, man.
What's his name? Baby Slytherin. What's his name?
Who? What?
Who? The snake.
Who? What?
I don't know who that is.
Tyler Horton Tucker?
No.
Taylor?
What's his name?
I don't know who he's on.
He used to be on the Clippers. He snaked y'all.
Harold? Montrezl.
Yeah.
Young Slytherin?
Young Slytherin. Because Kevin Durant used to be King Slytherin, but now he's redeemed.
Oh, man. Oh, my God.
Man, Trez is getting exactly what he deserves. He's getting exposed. He's getting exposed right now. So he can sneak his way.
No, he's wildly getting exposed right now. It's actually crazy.
But it's exactly what I said from the beginning of the season. And that's the same reasons that the Clippers were failing. And the Lakers just didn't care. But either way, because they're big men that they lost over the summer.
Wait, isn't Marc Gasol on this team? What the hell is going on?
He's way out for his prime. Marc Gasol needs to be coming off the bench, and he's starting. It's ridiculous. But either way, he cannot meet the athleticism that JaVale or Dwight were doing.
That's a fact.
JaVale is so slept on, it's not even fun. It's ridiculous how athletic.
That is a big fact.
In the Warriors, he was wilding out. On the Lakers, he was wilding out. And even in Cleveland, he's wilding out.
In limited minutes, too. I don't understand
40 million big men
play that, man.
That's a fact. It's just wild.
Play like 20 minutes a game.
They want to play the younger guys.
He's underrated. And Montrezl Harrell is an undersized power forward trying to play center.
He's really a point.
And his offensive game is that of a small forward, really, because he just runs at the rim. He just runs at the rim. That's how he scores his buckets. That's not a big man. That is a small forward.
He's really a point forward.
They really messed up with that because LeBron already does that. Anytime you give Montrezl the ball, he's gonna hold it for 2 seconds, look at his defender, and then just run past him, drive on him. He doesn't have any moves.
But doesn't
aggressive
Montrezl do it on the bench though?
Yeah, he comes off the bench.
I think what we're seeing.
Anthony Davis is not there. He's been playing a lot more minutes.
Okay, this is why I'm not worried about the Lakers though. And we didn't talk about the Knicks. I'm just saying. But the Lakers, their issue to me is that it's not really an issue. I just think it's a fact. They're not changing their game. They're not changing their game, and they don't have one of their stars. So, like, I remember earlier in the year, right, the Warriors, right? We're not really going to talk about the Warriors, but the Warriors started off looking like trash, and now they look like a formidable playoff team now, right? I was thinking back then, why don't they change up their offense? Because clearly the guys they have as their role players, it's not work. You said what?
They have a system offense.
That exactly. And I think, and it's paid off because eventually it took long enough, but Kelly Oubre is hitting shots again. Andrew Wiggins is actually hitting threes. So it's paid off.
Yeah, it did. About the Lakers too, because I heard Kenny talk about this. Kenny Smith, that is. He was talking about his
the Lakers. We say all this. Sorry, I'm gonna.
No, but you cut me off. No, but you cut me off though.
But I said excuse me, and you.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I'd like to say one thing.
I didn't hear you say excuse me.
I'd like to say one thing.
I'm gonna let you continue. I just want to throw out this caveat for the fans. We're saying all this, so the Lakers are number 3 in the West right now.
Who gives a crap? Man, let's talk about the Jazz. How about that?
You want to talk about the Jazz so bad? That's your new favorite team? What's up?
Nah, but they're number one in the West if we're talking about.
Let me say this.
Well, can I go back to my thought?
Yeah, go ahead. Go.
About Kenny Smith? Thank you. All right. Anyway, Kenny was talking about after they won in Houston, right? The next year, he was talking about how, he was talking about people on the team. There were guys who had never been in that situation before, who were winning for the first time in their careers.
I've heard that. Yeah,
right? He says it in 2K.
Yeah,
one of the games.
Yeah.
And it's one of my favorite ones because he goes in. It's a real discussion. Not just
he brings some good discussion. To
real
2K,
analysis.
Yeah.
So he was saying that, you have some first time people who are getting the luxury of a championship, and he was talking about how that motivation, like how that hunger, that desire for another one, can start to fade a little bit if you aren't a person who has ever reached that level of success before. And I think the people that are left on the Lakers team who have reached that level of success are LeBron. Think about Anthony Davis is his first time there. And I'm not saying that he doesn't want it. I'm just saying that plays a part in terms of like your first championship versus your second, third, and fourth. Because you have to, like the Warriors, when you saw them in 2015, they were hungry. They were fiending. And then after they lost in the next year, that made them even hungrier. And when they won, then I felt like their energy was like, we want to come back and have this back-to-back and create a dynasty. But with the Lakers, it almost feels like a foregone notion.
Yes,
it does. Without the same energy. Like we have people like Jared Dudley coming here talking crazy, like he's gonna win back-to-back. Yeah. I never saw what's his face. I'm gonna name some bench player. I never saw Sean Livingston talking like that, and he was a part of the team.
Leandro Barbosa.
Well, yeah, that's who I was looking for. That's who would be talking like that on the Warriors team, man.
It probably Maurice Spates, maybe.
Maurice Spates. Yo.
Now, but see, my thing, that lack of hunger that you're talking about, I don't think it's lack of hunger. I think it's consistency. They don't want to change up anything because they know that if they change up anything, if they change up anything right now, it could have a detrimental effect later on in the playoffs because they have a system that works. You see what I'm saying? Anthony Davis is a big, like defensively, he fixes their problems. Offensively, offensively, he helps them a lot.
Soft, so let's not ignore that.
So what?
I said Allan still thinks he's soft, so we can't ignore that.
You remember Dennis Schroeder?
Man, that's what I want. Dominate.
You remember Dennis Schroeder before the season? He didn't want to get traded there, and he did.
That's crazy.
And now he's there, and he's one of their fan favorites.
He's playing well. But he's playing the way he wanted to play too.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is
you know what I'm saying? So like LeBron didn't stop him from doing what he wanted to do. I'm not worried about the Lakers, man. I don't think
you're depending on someone. I'm not worried about them either.
I'm not
worried about them. I'm just saying it's noticeable.
I think in the playoffs though, these big men problems that they're having right now,
they're going to be persistent. If Anthony Davis is injured, they're not winning.
I can't say that. But I can't say that. But I mean, think about the teams that they have to go through. Every single team is going to have a quality big.
And I don't think the Clippers are going to have another choke job this year. If I'm being honest.
See,
I don't know if the Clippers and Lakers will meet, but I agree.
Listen, here's my thing, man. We buy too much into the regular season, and I've learned my lesson over the years. Like you can't do that.
But we're not talking about the regular.
We're not talking about. I'm just talking about. I'm projecting.
No, exactly. But you're projecting based off of what?
I'm projecting based off how they performed last year.
All right, wait. Can I ask you a question though?
Yeah.
What else do you have to project off of, Paul?
No, that's a fact.
Watching the Knicks.
Yeah, man, that's a project off of.
No.
Ron Baker basketball.
And the first thing you said was the Knicks are back.
Ron Baker basketball.
Listen, you haven't heard me talk about the Knicks
regular
yet.
Season.
You haven't heard me talk about the Knicks yet.
That's the first thing you said on this episode.
You haven't heard me talk. You still haven't heard me talk about the Knicks. Don't make me turn this into a Knicks podcast. Don't make me do it.
It already happened.
Where are you pointing at?
Don't make me do it.
Alan is wearing orange right now.
I know
you probably set that up too.
You said what?
This man Allan is wearing orange and I have blue. You probably set that up too.
Come on, man. Let's go Knicks. Let's go Knicks.
Can I get away?
No, I'm an official New Yorker.
Oh, so you dipped out on the Clippers?
No, I'm still just a New Yorker, man. This man Paul put me onto the New York flag yesterday.
The New York flag?
There's a New York flag.
We have a flag, which is orange, blue, and white.
No, but the official, like, what's it called? Colors.
The coat of arms.
Yeah, the coat of arms of New York is orange and blue. That's why the Mets are orange and blue. That's why the Knicks are orange and blue.
Official New York colors. That's crazy.
It's actually the official New York colors.
Because I asked why are there no Knicks jerseys in any other color, man? Everything's orange and blue, getting me tight.
Yeah,
I can't have a green throwaway or something. The signature jersey. I said no, we can't get confused with the Celtics.
That's a fact.
They got me tight. I know the Knicks have to have one green jersey, man.
St. Patrick.
Yeah, man, I've seen it before.
Yeah, St. Patrick. Nate Robinson used to wear that.
Yeah, man, that's what I saw it
on.
Yeah,
man. Yo, my son Nate.
Hey, Obi Toppin, you gotta keep up Nate Robinson's legacy, the dunk contest, man.
Nah, Nate, stay up, bro.
I'm talking about the dunk contest, man. I'm talking about basketball.
Zach LaVine in there.
Is Zach LaVine in there?
No,
he was. I thought
I'm saying Zach LaVine enter the dunk contest.
Listen, he's the greatest dunk contest winner of all time because he was the winner of the.
Trying to see Derrick Jones Jr.
You say he's a Vince Carter?
Vince Carter, yeah, Vince Carter.
He's the winner of the greatest dunk contest of all time, so you got to give it to him.
Who?
Zach LaVine is the winner of the greatest dunk contest of all time. But weren't people saying Aaron Gordon should have won that one?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I got to give it to Zach LaVine more because he did win.
No, but wait, what?
So many people thought it was going to be Aaron Gordon, and like he's objectively did not win.
You sound like
objectively.
You sound like Dwayne
Wade. Say objectively, man.
Nah, honestly, that's calf high key. That man took a seat in the air. That was the wildest thing I've ever seen.
Jumping over a mascot.
That man, I've never seen a man do that
on a hoverboard, man.
Off of vert.
Off of vert. Just strength. just what happened to Aaron Gordon? And by what happened to him, I mean, why didn't he ever get better? He took the Blake Griffin deceleration way too quickly.
He got better.
That man is getting
No, he didn't.
He didn't. He's averaging the same amount. He's doing the same things.
Listen, I'm a Knicks fan, so we play all these Eastern Conference teams. I'm telling you,
we're a tough team.
The Magic, Aaron Gordon is not a factor.
No,
that's a fact. But he's
played in more than once. He's not a factor.
Vucevic is their man.
Is he not more skilled this year?
Vucevic is their man, and Markel's also supposed to be as well.
He's fake more skilled. It's fake.
What does that mean?
It's like he tries to do. Andre's kind of right about the Blake Griffin fall off. Like he tries to do different. He tries to be a 3-point shooter. He tries to have like show footwork and like, but it's not effective like that.
He's a lesser Blake Griffin, which is crazy because Blake Griffin is already lesser Blake Griffin.
Aaron Gordon's young, so that like
he could have went to another team though.
Yeah, he could have. He should go to. I was gonna say Toronto, but high key.
I think he should go to Chicago.
I think he should go to the Celtics.
Zach LaVine is leaving Chicago.
Exactly, which is why I think Aaron Gordon could go.
He needs to be in a winning situation. He's not that young.
I mean, I think he.
Wait. Actually, Aaron Gordon to the Warriors. Let's go.
No.
Yes.
Going to interfere with James Wiseman.
No.
Oh, that's true.
Why are we talking about the Magic?
Why not?
We talk about dunk contest. Hold on. Let's call a spade. Paul Robinson wants to talk about the Knicks.
That's right. No, hold on. Yeah.
Jazz.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I want to talk about
what's wrong with that? Where everybody thought we were going to be 15th seed this year.
And then now you're 5th. But don't worry, there's always
that's a story. Put some respect on the Knicks name, man.
What have you done thus far?
We've improved and showed a culture. What you mean? Have you?
Already?
Come on,
you already won the chip.
Listen, man.
Max Kellerman, you can't go from being 15th seed to winning a chip. That's not how it works.
Respect what the Knicks.
The Thunder did it last year. What are you talking about? Everyone said they were going to tank, be 15th seed, and then look at them in the playoffs.
They were like 5th seed too. Where are we?
You're saying you just said that doesn't happen. It just happened last year.
No, but that's not even true either because they didn't win the chip.
They didn't. We didn't talk about winning the chip. You said
the chip.
I did say the chip, and then you said we went from 15 to 5th. That doesn't happen. And I said
no. I'm saying we went from 15 to 5th. Not going from 15 to chip doesn't happen. I said going from 15.
All right, I'll give you that. There's steps, and we're on the right steps.
and nobody expected us to be the right steps.
So when can we expect this chip to happen in New York? That's not won by the Nets, by the way.
Nobody knows.
The Nets not winning this year.
We got to see what happens, man.
The what? So wait. So you're officially saying the Nets aren't winning this year?
I've been said that.
Okay.
And I say that with my chest. I have.
You say that with your chest?
I have
the
full
Nets
confidence.
and the Clippers will be in the finals.
I don't know if the Clippers are going to be in the finals.
It's either the Nets and Clippers or Nets and Lakers.
I have more confidence that the Nets get to the finals than the Clippers. And I don't think the
Clippers,
the Nets are going to
meeting each other.
What are y'all going to do if it's 76ers in Utah? That'd be crazy.
I would be hyped.
That would be crazy.
That would be hype, man. That would be hype because that would be unexpected basketball. People would be tight all over the place. That would be so.
I would actually love that a lot.
That would get me. And then I see my son Doc Rivers. My gosh.
They were a little mad when they saw Miami get to the finals. Imagine if they see Utah and Philadelphia.
They were furious.
Adam Silver gonna have a fit.
Oh,
no. The city of LA will explode.
Adam Silver has a chance to get New York versus LA, and
the city of LA will explode.
Oh, man. What LeBron say about Utah?
LeBron says nobody picks Utah. This man is mad that they dropped 30 balls on his head. Come on, man.
Sounded like Joakim Noah.
That's a fact.
Man, it sounded like Shaq.
Who goes to Cleveland?
He's sounding like the Lakers great.
I've heard anybody say they go to Cleveland.
Like the rest of these Lakers greats. He's sounding like these Lakers legends. These Lakers legends have beef with Utah. And
next time the Lakers play Utah, LeBron will have all the races come out.
Man! Oh my God!
That's actually a fact. These things are horsing up. That's hilarious.
They're gonna be in there with white hoods, man.
Nah, stop
playing games anymore.
Utah's racist.
Utah's a wild place.
In LA.
The story of Utah being racist every year.
Every year. Please.
Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City, yeah.
How do you think all that salt got there?
Fact.
Racism.
Racism. They took a shot. They took a swim in the racism, fell in the lake. Give me a tight.
Oh man, what's the next topic? Oh, you want to talk about the Celtics?
I want you to talk about the Knicks.
The Knicks, okay. The Knicks, I'm very pleased with the Knicks, but you're funny. You gonna lie on this podcast?
I'm gonna what?
You gonna lie on this podcast?
I'm gonna lie?
That's a lie. You just lied on this podcast.
I lied?
Yeah.
So they haven't been trashed the last 5 years?
I'm talking about the Knicks right now, and you say trash?
Yeah.
That's a lie.
That's not a lie.
That's a lie.
That's early. It's an
we
early
beat the Bucks, you know. We beat the Bucks.
Okay. You know what I love?
We beat the Bucks, you know.
You'll never see Paul. You'll never see Paul get tight, visibly tight. He said, "We beat the Bucks. We beat the Bucks.
We beat the Bucks, man."
That's a
small y'all think
remember when they beat LeBron? Remember when LeBron went to the Knicks and they beat him? Oh, well, they didn't go, but he played.
No,
and he thought he was gonna pull up. You don't remember that, Paul?
Wait, what happened?
When what year? What year?
That was a couple of years ago. It was like his first game in Cleveland, and he played the Knicks, and they beat him.
With Porzingis? With Porzingis?
Yeah.
Oh, is that when he called himself the Kings of New York?
Oh,
yeah, man. You have to remember that. That's a classic Knicks moment.
That was disrespectful.
Yeah.
Who?
To New York.
That's why they did what they had to do.
That's a fact. Why can't they play like that all the time?
We are now.
I'll say this. Julius Randle is the most improved player in the game.
What? Proved? The most
improved.
Are we?
Julius
Randle
say that
at the end of the year? Would he get the award though? At the end of the year?
He has to.
I hope he does.
I really doesn't.
I don't know who else it would be.
There's some people out there, but
I've seen some names.
This guy is the Knicks. He is the Knicks.
Yo, all right. Do you think next year after he gets his contract, he'll still be the same?
You mean after because this is not the no, he's not. He's proud to be in it. He said that. I said it. He said he's proud to be a member of the New York Knicks.
You know who used to be proud?
They are proud.
You know who used to be proud? Kemba of the Hornets, LeBron of the Cavaliers.
That's a lie.
Anthony Davis.
That's a lie. That's a lie. You just
Cleveland.
That's a fact. Nah, LeBron
is lying.
That's a lie. You're lying. You're lying about me lying because these are all facts. And
Kemba was proud to be a Charlotte Hornet.
Yes, for years, until he wasn't.
I mean, he said that. Yeah, he said that.
When did he say that?
He said that several times, bro. He said I'm happy here. I want to be here.
He said he's never said he was proud to be a Charlotte Hornet. Say he wants to be there. He could want to be there for money. He could want to be there because he thinks they have a shot in a specific year. But being proud to be a part of an organization is a different thing. It's a different thing.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Julius Randle is proud to be a member of the New York Knicks. He said he had to earn the respect of the city.
I actually
come on, man.
Because I said that about I wanted Paul George to say that, and then he said it, and that made me feel good.
He's proud to be a Clipper. Proud to be a Knick. We are. You can't violate the Knicks anymore.
It made me like
you can't do it anymore. Listen.
Violate the Knicks no more.
You can't violate the Knicks anymore. You can't violate the Knicks anymore.
Until they win a
chip. Can't violate. Yes, only certain people win the chip. You see, this is the thing I hate about you, Max Kellerman type.
That's a fact. I don't like people say that either. Only certain people win the chip. That's just facts.
Thank you. Thank you. Did they win the chip? Did the same team won the chip like the last 5 years? Like what?
There's only like 5 players you can name in the NBA who like I'm talking about.
Has been to 10 finals.
You can name like on one hand you can name the superstars that won a chip.
That win chips consistently over their era.
I'm talking about on this era right now. You can name like 5 of them, like if that even. I'm just.
It's the Warriors and LeBron. Like that's it.
That's such an impossible like standard.
And then Kawhi 110, and then he left.
Like, he won again.
Like, yeah. Come on,
Spurs. He had the Spurs. Yeah.
Well, listen. As far as is this sustainable? The Knicks' defense is 100% sustainable. We will be a defensive juggernaut for years to come. Talking to the mic.
They were already a very good rebounding team for years, even when they were doing poorly.
That's a fact.
Really turned that around with the defense. The defense actually is where they were losing for a number of years.
Yes.
And offensively, they still need to improve. But now, the nice thing about the Knicks, and don't get me wrong, I'm still not returning until James Dolan has left. But they are a good free agent destination. Or they're turning into one, and they're making free agents think about coming there, as they should.
Mm-hmm.
You should be a Nets fan for the rest of your life.
He can't stick to a team like that.
Why'd you say you wanted to return to the Knicks?
I do want to return to the Knicks.
So do it. James Dolan. If James Dolan leaves, we will still have the same roster.
Answer. Why do you want to go back?
Because I was a New York Knicks fan my whole life.
I like where you're going, Nomad. I know. I like where you're going, Homesick Nomad. I like where you're going.
Homesick Nomad. They don't know him by now.
I like where you're going.
Nomad.
I like where.
I want to know why you're going back.
I like.
You know why I'm going? I've said it a million. It's not a secret. I don't like what James Dolan has done with his team.
No. Why do you want to go back? Because the Knicks have the heart of the city.
Yeah, all right.
That's why. I've said this for literally like 3 years now on this podcast.
I will admit when I'm wrong.
The Knicks have the heart. Listen. This is why I said like look,
they don't have my heart back yet, so I can't say that.
They still have your heart because you want to come back.
That is a fact.
I do want to come back. I just can't come back. If they had my heart, I'd be back.
No.
Yes.
No.
James Dolan is stopping you. He caused you heartbreak.
James Dolan is. And let me say this. All you people that's talking about you Max Kellermans that are talking about James Dolan and that being the reason why you don't why you left the team and all that, you're lying.
I'm not lying at all.
All of you are being disingenuous. All of you. Because if James Dolan left the team right now, we see improvement. We've seen good teams under James Dolan, so we know it's possible. Not a lot, but it's possible.
To the Rangers.
If James even.
Wait, hold on. That's you got to say the full context because the reason the Rangers are good is because he decided he's not going to do anything with them. He just lets his management runs them.
Yeah, but he's been doing that for years now.
He has not been doing that for years.
He's been doing that. Yes,
no,
he has.
No, he has not. No, he has not. And that's the extent that he does it with the Rangers.
That's to the extent.
I agree.
He gave up. It's not true. Phil Jackson came to the Knicks when 2015, right?
Mm-hmm. And who brought him there?
What you mean who brought he brought
him there? No, who brought him there? You tell me.
James Dolan is the owner. He has
Allan Houston to that 7-year contract that we were paying off up until 2016.
Andre. No, that's foolishness. Andre, that's foolishness.
Say that name again.
That's
Allan Houston.
They don't know about Allan Houston, but hold on.
He made bad decisions.
No, wait a second.
Eddie Curry?
Andre, you're not saying anything right now, Andre.
Name no sense.
Name an NBA team where the owner doesn't okay moves. If an owner, if Mark
Cuban's the wrong moves.
If Mark Cuban says Rick Carlisle, I don't want him here anymore. Wait a second. If
consistently, he doesn't know what he's doing. Are
you telling me that nobody would bring Phil Jackson onto their franchise at that point?
I don't know if nobody would do
Come on, everybody would do it. The Lakers would have did it.
That was an unwise decision.
It wasn't an unwise decision. No, wait, it was. Thank you.
Tell me. Why was that wise at the time? He's going from coach to executive. He's never been an executive. He doesn't know the right decisions to make.
Happens all the time. Look at Pat Riley.
That's what happens.
Thank you. Let's go. The city is.
That got lucky. That got lucky.
Come on, talk to him, man. One at a time.
It doesn't usually work out.
Sorry, Josh. At the time, there was a bunch of like coaches who were like doing the dual roles.
You see Doc Rivers, you see Sam Van Gundy,
and none of it works.
Too many things. It's too many.
Yeah, none of them work. Turns out none of them work like years later, but at the time.
But when it's the Knicks, it's the worst move ever made in the history of the NBA.
I didn't say so. I didn't say it was the worst move ever made.
You didn't say that. You didn't say that.
Hold on.
You didn't say that. I agree.
Tell me that decision didn't force Melo off the team. Come on.
That decision forced Melo off of the team?
Yes.
In a way, yes.
In a way, no, directly. They brought in a whole.
It's not directly because when Carmelo left the team, Phil Jackson was out already.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, I don't think Phil Jackson was the one that traded him.
I think he was, and then
Phil Jackson was
after. He traded Melo. I remember covering that story. He traded Melo, and then he left shortly thereafter.
So it was in the same season.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, all right, then directly, yes, because he brought in the triangle, which was an outdated system. Yes, but my point is, we're talking about Phil Jackson now. Let's talk about Phil Jackson. What are you talking about James Dolan for? I'm not a James. Listen, James Dolan does not play the games.
For saying that I don't want to support the Knicks because of James Dolan. First of all, that doesn't make me a liar. That's a reason. It's my right, and no one's paying me to be a Knicks fan.
That's a bad reason.
That's not fine. It's
Follow your heart, Andre OJ. Follow your heart, man.
First of all, say my last name correctly.
How do OJ?
That's not it. That's never been it.
Well, OG.
OJ.
Didn't I say that though?
No.
What did I say?
OJ.
Say properly.
Man. OJ. J.
The glove fits.
So what did I say?
You said OJ, like the letters O and J.
I'm so confused right now. I'm not gonna say your last name anymore.
Oh wait, do y'all really not hear? I know Allan hears the difference, but Josh, do you hear the difference?
You have a little flavor with the E when you're saying. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's all I heard, man. A little flavor.
I'm just not gonna say your last name.
That's funny.
But
it's like Ben Gay versus Ben Gay. You know, like it's.
No, but if it was that, I would understand. No, but if it was that, I would understand. It's not even that. That's why I said, is it OJ or OJ? Like, but he's not
neither of those. You're not saying it right.
All right, I don't know, man.
Hold on. Make the sound at me. So this is the J sound. J.
This is a basketball podcast.
J.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rajik.
Yeah.
Now say J.
J.
No, God, you were so close. How did you say J? J.
Now you doing a Haitian accent. Let's get off of this, man. Now you just want me to speak like a Haitian.
Not the Knicks though.
Shout out to Nerlens Noel, man.
Hey,
follow your heart, be a Knicks fan, man.
That's true. Haitian
Big Zo, be a Knicks
fan. Big Zo. Okay, I used the Knicks the other day against Tina, and Nerlens Noel was my player of the game. That man is nice and underrated.
Yes, he is. He's honestly a better defender than Mitchell Robinson. In my
He really is. I had to start him, and I had Mitchell Robinson at power forward.
Nerlens, man.
So where'd you put Julius Randle?
I put him at the 3.
All right.
And he was high key doing it.
He plays on the 3 on my team too. If Kawhi's not in.
Yeah, but 2K doesn't know anything about the Knicks.
Oh, I forgot we have Kawhi on our team.
Oh yeah, exactly.
What?
He's in the second year. He's in the second year. Man.
We have Kawhi and Lonzo Ball.
That's no wonder you like the Knicks now. That's exactly what they should do.
I thought that was an interesting team.
I honestly wrote a piece about Kawhi going to the Knicks years ago, and then he'd be great on it.
Yeah, those rumors are coming back up now because of like Leon Rose connections or whatever. But I'm not. That's
another good move. That's another good move. Leon, the Knicks are doing the right things.
This is why the city is so hyped right now.
Got to go though.
This is why more people care about the. Why does James Dolan have to go for doing everything right? That's what I'm trying to say.
His management team is doing it right.
Yeah. Okay. So he's allowing his management team to listen.
Here's what happens. And this is what always happens with the Knicks. He will step off a little bit. His management team, the front office, right? They'll start doing a lot of the right things. They'll start getting on a track. And we saw this 2 years ago with everything happening with Kristaps Porzingis.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did. Because they were on the right track to sign a
superstar.
Yes, they were.
No,
they built a core, right?
No,
they committed themselves to the vision.
They didn't build a core. You're wrong.
They had a core.
You're wrong.
Kristaps Porzingis, Tim Hardaway Jr., Frank Ntilikina.
Frank Ntilikina, who some people want traded.
Yes, and I'm one of them.
No, we don't. We didn't have a core, man. Is whack. We didn't. Frank Ntilikina recently is playing very well. Doing step back threes and all of that.
Not on my team.
Yeah, I know because they got the old Frank Ntilikina, the one that Andre is talking about. But we didn't have. We have players that are going to be the future of the Knicks. All we had at that time was one person.
Yeah, 3. I just named 3 people.
That was not accurate. You can't say
how's that not accurate.
Listen, okay, having young players on your team doesn't mean that they're going to be the core of your team. They got to show you something. Frank Ntilikina didn't show anything. Tim Hardaway Jr. He looked like okay.
Yeah, there was a one point where he had the highest PER in the league for like 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Player efficiency.
How long is the season? More than 2 weeks is months.
I get that, but I'm saying the potential was there. He was averaging like 20 points a game.
The potential is always there when you're young. That's what I'm trying to say. Like you can't just say potential. Listen, and let me say this.
Second time with the Knicks.
And let me say this.
Kristaps Porzingis was still there.
And let me say this.
Right.
Kristaps Porzingis, and we made the right move trading him. We made the right move trading him. And we made we did not run him to the ground. He's not that nice.
Actually, no, they ran him to the G League and then they ran him out the team.
He's not that nice. Let's face the facts.
You're lying.
Dennis Smith Jr. is not that nice. Look at his numbers.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
What do you think about Victor Oladipo?
Wait. Ask the question, man.
Hey. What do you think about Victor Oladipo on the Knicks?
That's a great trade.
Of course, you want everybody on the Knicks to ruin us.
Because that man does not want to be in Houston.
DeMarcus Cousins, where are you at?
Because my question,
I don't know.
Let me ask my underlying question, and that you'll understand why I asked that.
Okay.
Do you think that, like R.J. Barrett, Mitchell Robinson, or I guess Obi Toppin, any of them will be superstar level?
No.
Because I think you need at least one superstar.
Yes, but how do you get them?
I think RJ has the potential to be a superstar.
I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna fight you. Exactly. No, man. I'm not gonna fight you on that point, Andre, because a lot of people agree with you. It's just a personal thing. I think he looks more like a but like a secondary player.
I don't agree with that too. And that's how I feel. I don't know if I think he could be an all-star.
I do.
Potentially.
I do. Yes. Yeah. He could be a multi-time all-star in my opinion, but like a superstar, no. I think
when we're saying superstar, who are we saying? Because a lot of all-stars are also considered superstars. So when we're talking about, are we talking about creme de la creme top 10 player?
No, no, I don't believe that. Well, yes, that is what we're talking about.
If that's what you're talking about, then no, I don't think he'll ever be that.
Like I even see CJ McCollum as a superstar.
No, he's not a superstar.
No.
If he went to another team,
superstar?
I think if he went to another team, he would just be a superstar.
I don't think so.
I think because he's in Portland, he's not. But
I don't think so.
Portland, he's a superstar.
I don't know. That's tough.
We don't know. You don't know, and you don't know that.
That's true. That's what I'm just saying. I think if he went to like Cleveland, he would be doing what Lillard is doing.
But would they be as good? Because getting numbers, Jeremy Grant looks like Jeremy. You see Jeremy Grant's numbers?
That's a fact. That's a player that could get the most improved.
Yeah. I think the Blazers would look worse, and the Cleveland would get better. So they might meet somewhere in the middle. if McCollum was gone, because McCollum, like a lot of
how
Blazers
much better
success
though?
depends on
How much better for the Cavs? That's the thing.
Like
Because if he's a superstar,
spot.
if you're a superstar, he has to be higher than that in the East.
I agree.
At least.
But the East is getting more competitive. But the reason I'm asking that is because I'm thinking about these other teams that the Knicks have to go through. Like you have the Celtics, their superstars are becoming defined, right? As who they are. Jason Tatum is that. Joel Embiid is a superstar. Like no matter what you say, he is. He may even be MVP.
Mm-hmm.
The Raptors are kind of falling out of the question. If Kyle Lowry leaves,
then he's going to the Clippers. Let's go.
I swear, if that man goes to the Clippers, I'm going to be dumb hype, because you know
the
how
Toronto
I feel about
Clippers.
Kyle Lowry.
Yeah.
You know how I feel.
That's a good move. That's a good move. That is a good move.
The Toronto Clippers. The Clippers need a point guard.
If they trade Patrick Beverley for that man, his career is over. His career is over, man.
His career is over.
That man. Oh God!
You know what I was laughing at before? Y'all ever see that?
John Wall man!
No! You're not gonna disrespect Patrick Beverly.
Y'all ever see that John Wall crying meme?
Oh yeah.
It's about to be bad.
That man Patrick Beverly was averaging 40 points in high school. Man, you're getting me tight. You're getting me. That man was averaging 40 points a game.
Listen, it's long since been high school.
He can do it again. He just can't do it.
Russell Westbrook told us all, and we all believe him now. Patrick Beverly is running up the court, guarding nobody.
Man, he blocked LeBron. He blocked LeBron. I'll tell you that.
He held LeBron.
On the court, he held that man.
So did Mario Hezonja.
He held his hand. Yeah. Is that what you're telling me?
And Mario Hezonja, they appreciate him in Europe, getting me tight.
All right, let me say this. We got to go to another topic, but let me say this about the Knicks to close. I think the Knicks have such a good situation going on right now that they should not make any dumb moves. They should
That's the thing I'm worried about.
Because wait, let me finish. Because let's put this into perspective. We have young superstars. Our best player that is playing like a superstar. I don't know if he is yet. I'm not going to go that far, but he's playing like one definitively, right? He's young. We have other young guys. We got guys that other young guys that look like parts of the team for the future that could be like supporting players. We got another guy in Emmanuel Quickly. Shout out Emmanuel Quickly. That looks like he could be the future of the team, along with the RJ Barrett. We have a coach that's well respected. We have the best defense in the league, and defense. If you play good defense on any given night, you have a chance, right? We have the Mavericks picked. Wait. I'm not even done.
No. I just wanted you to say it for whoever needs to hear it about defense. Just one more time.
If you play defense on any given night, you have a chance.
Okay, thank you.
That's all right. Yeah, we have the Mavericks picks. The Mavericks, right? The Mavericks are looking like trash. Kristaps looks like he's not trying to be there. Based on some reports that like him on following people and stuff like that, he's not playing well. So trading Kristaps Porzingis for those picks.
Is Kristaps Porzingis toxic?
I don't know, but he might be. He might not be. I don't know.
That man's just soft.
He plays kind of soft. That's his problem. And I think, and he wasn't playing soft on the Knicks. It's the injury. It's the injury that I think is getting to his head. I'm just saying. Let me just say this before you go. We are in a great position right now, and next year we're only going to get better. At the very least through picks. The Knicks problem is that it's not James Dolan. It's that we are too thirsty sometimes and we trade young players for guys that have no business being on our team. We ruin the team to get a superstar, whereas you need a good team along with the superstar.
I agree with your good team concept, but one thing I want to say about one thing about good teams in the East, like think about
signing these checks.
Think about LeBron and all these finals that he went to for the last 10 years, right? And some of the teams that he was playing.
Not 10 years.
I'm thinking about
accurate 12 years.
Well, I'm talking about him in the East. But
yeah, no, it wasn't 10 years straight.
Well, yeah, I just said for the last 10 years. I didn't say 10 years straight or anything, just the last 10 years, which is part of 12. Anyway, I think the Hawks and the Pacers were teams that he kept going against, right? And one thing that I'm thinking about, and the reason I asked that superstar question, is because I'm thinking about teams like that.
We need superstars.
The Pacers were a great team, and they couldn't stop LeBron.
Yeah,
the Hawks went against because he's not a superstar. He's their best player, but he wasn't a superstar.
No, it's not because he's not. It's because he's not.
The Hawks were one of the greatest system teams. They made an all-star game as a team.
Yes, that was neck. That was next.
That was the crazy.
Is that Kyle Korver's all-star appearance?
Maybe, but wait, was it? No, wait. One of them didn't make it. It was 4.
I think. What's his?
So was it Kyle Korver? Jeff T made it.
He made it.
Paul Millsap.
Made it.
Horford.
Was it Ante Zizic?
No, he was. I don't even think he was on the team at the time.
Mike Muscala. He was on the team. I remember him.
Joe Johnson.
Joe Johnson was.
Wait, no.
I don't think he was there at that point.
No. That's from the Josh Smith days.
Bro. Yeah, Joe Johnson was there much earlier. I don't think
Josh Smith and Joe Johnson.
He was in Utah. He was in Utah at that point.
Wait a second. Who was the starting 5 for it was Jeff Teague at the 2. Kyle Korver. Jeff Teague got the 1. Kyle Korver at the 2.
Marvin Williams.
Marvin Williams.
Wait a second.
He was on the Hornets. Marvin Williams.
Not at the time.
Really? I don't know if he played for the Hawks.
Who was the 3?
Marvin Williams definitely played for the Hawks.
Oh!
Who was it?
Damari Carroll.
Yes, that's it.
Damari Carroll.
He made an all-star team with them?
Yep, that's a fact.
One of them didn't, though.
No, but Damari Carroll did not.
That's my son.
Was it Damari or Kyle Korver?
Made it. So that means Kyle Korver made it.
Yeah,
Kyle Korver.
I've never seen them.
It was either
Kyle. That was a team. That was such a great team.
No, it wasn't.
But
yes, it was.
But that's my point. They weren't a great team. They made an all-star game, but they couldn't beat LeBron. They were.
No, just hold on, wait. Just because we can't beat LeBron, there's a lot of teams that can't beat LeBron.
Well, I mean, yes, but LeBron is the superstar.
There are whole generations of teams that can't beat LeBron. So
yeah, but I'm just saying for the Knicks to really find success and not like end up in a situation where you're just the 4th seed over and over and over again 5 years in a row.
Right.
You need a superstar. The superstar is going to be in the first.
Is Giannis available?
Nobody.
So that's why I asked about
Is Giannis available? Y'all need some help.
Giannis would be crazy.
Oh, get that!
You don't want Giannis on your team?
Keep that man away from the New York Knicks.
That's crazy.
Giannis just signed like 6-year deal. He's not available.
Yeah, he's not available.
No, keep that way.
What do you? That's why I asked. Now, with all that being said, how do you feel?
Okay. Well, he's not a superstar either. So
exactly, I don't think so.
So
who do you think is in this league? I mean, maybe you just.
Here's here's a predicament, right? Then how long have we? First of all, how long have we been going?
I don't know. I wasn't keeping track.
This guy said he was going to keep track. All right,
it's been like an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's been a minute. But okay, here's the situation.
And with that, thank you for joining us for
the LOL. But here
from now, I'm giving you 15 minutes.
Okay. But all right, here's the thing. We didn't even talk about the Celtics yet. But
I agreed to 75 minutes. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Fast Breaks presented by the Soapbox.
Come on, man. Well, no.
5 minutes. For real, 5 minutes though.
All right. So we're not talking about the Celtics?
No.
Wow, man. All right.
Here's what's going on with the Celtics. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown is nice.
Man, let me talk, man. Come on, moderator. The thing with the Knicks.
I'm not a moderator anymore. I've evolved.
Oh my god.
Discipline.
Here's the thing about the Knicks, right? At the NBA, as far as like free agents available, there aren't a lot. The free agent classes coming up, at least the free agent class next year is not that, or this coming year is not that strong. Right, so next year might not be the year where we get the superstar or whatever. But what we won't do is trade. We have different management. What we won't do is trade our good young pieces, the pieces that are actually helping us, for a name. We're not going to do that anymore, right? We rather get draft. We have draft picks right now, right? First round draft picks for a team that's looking like it's going to be like a top 15 type pick, right? We have that. So next year, what we'll do is we'll develop the young guys. And here's the benefit of having young guys that actually look like they have promise, not just because they're young, but look like they have talent. You don't know how good they can really get. They might not get any better from where they are right now, or they might turn superstars. You don't know. But we have young guys that are multiple, like 3 or 4 young guys that look like they have promise. right?
I agree with that. But
So
those ages are close to like Jason Tatum and whatnot too. So I would say that those
Kevin Knox.
You said wait. You said they're close to Jason Tatum?
Like in terms of age. So
no, they're young.
He's 22. He's
Who?
22.
Who?
Jason Tatum, right?
Oh, we talking about. Well, I mean, we talk about guys that are 3 years younger than Jason Tatum.
Yeah, so I'm saying that their skills need to develop in that same.
RJ Barrett is like 2 years younger than Jason Tatum.
And I just want to see those skills develop in that way. And I agree with your point. I think that.
No, but I'm not done though. I'm not done with my point though. Let me say this though.
All right, go ahead.
The difference between the Hawks and the Knicks is, and I hate to say, but it is the truth. It's New York and it's the Knicks. You see what I'm saying? We need to be a good team to back that name up. Mm-hmm. But we already now looking like we're going to be a decent, more than decent team. We look like we're going to be a good team.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. My brother's in Atlanta. He says the Hawks, they have the lowest fan attendance in any
team. Exactly. So, and that matters. That matters a lot.
He's a huge Hawks fan.
That matters a lot. The name matters. It does. The city matters. The brand matters. The fans matter. The culture matters. All of these things actually do matter. In order for them to matter, though, the wing has to unlock that potential. If we do this, we're going to get somebody. If it's not a free agent, it's going to be a smart trade. But we're getting somebody. I don't know if it's this year, next year, year after that, but we got somebody.
I think it's best suited
team
for you
really
to
need. What do they need? They need a point guard and they need a power forward. I'm sorry, a point guard and a small forward.
Yes.
I think it will behoove you to get a young star because one thing that with like KD and Kyrie, I mean, because they were supposed to go
Trae Young to the Knicks.
I honestly wouldn't be mad at that, but
that would never happen.
I don't think it would happen. I just think somebody like that would be a perfect kind of
that. Somebody like that will never happen.
I think somebody who's already achieved things in their career, they don't want to take on the pressure of winning for New York.
The Knicks got Luka.
That will never happen.
You see, you got to understand. Like we have
Mark Cuban will never let Luka Doncic leave.
Yeah, that's a fact. But you got to understand, Emmanuel quickly has scored 25 points off the bench multiple times, and he's not starting. Julius Randle
hates rookies.
He hates rookies, but more so, he doesn't care for offense. He loves defense a little too much. That could hurt us in the future.
What about De'Aaron Fox?
That's crazy.
Exactly.
What about De'Aaron Fox?
I like that. I like that.
Because that's the kind of person I'm talking about, a young person. Because those young people, they have to achieve things. So they want to win. They will want to win for New York.
But let me say
KD,
this.
That's the thing.
Aaron Fox and Julius Randle would be a good combo.
That would be really nice, man.
But let me say this though, right? At the end of the day, that's not enough to win a chip. See, this is what I'm saying. What a team's job is not to just win it's not to win a chip. It is to put their team in the best position to win a chip. That's what a team's job is to do. Because you can only do so much. And there was nobody who was beating Jordan when he played a full season in the 90s. It is what it is.
Yep.
You could put forth the best. The Jazz had one of the best teams of all time.
Mm-hmm.
That played for like 20 years straight. Of all time, consistent, just greatness. They didn't win a chip.
Mm-hmm.
It just is what it is. So you need a superstar type of guy that could like run the league, that type of talent. But I mean, if it's not available, then it's not available. But all you could ask for is that you give yourself the best chance to win a chip.
I agree with
so
that.
I would think starting Emmanuel quickly.
De'Aaron Fox is interesting. De'Aaron Fox is very interesting.
That improves our chances a lot. But it's not enough. But it's a level up, and that's all. I want levels. I want us to go up the levels.
I think you have to get to the next level of just being like a 4 or 3, like 3 through 5 seed for some period of time to earn respect from a star that will take you from the 4 seed to the 1.
I think we're already earning the respect though. I think being in New York is fast forwarding that because you already hear reports of like guys saying like. Or not guys, but like people saying that this person wants to go to the Knicks, that person wants to trade to the Knicks. Brian Windhorst said somebody is going to force a trade to the Knicks. Like
I saw that. I saw that too. But I think any person who was looking at,
I don't know if I'm buying it. I'm not buying into it.
Person.
I'm not buying into it.
Yo, who's forcing a trade to the Knicks?
Somebody will force a trade.
Yeah, that's what Brian Windhorst
Bradley Beal.
What kind of report is that?
Man.
Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal is like is the middle ground. I think he's at the age right now where he's the last kind of superstar.
Yeah, agreed.
Before you get too old.
Yes, where he still has full potential left.
Yes, I think he's at that cutoff point.
Yeah,
but he wouldn't be bad either.
I mean, I don't know where you would fit specifically. I'm not gonna lie. It could work, but I don't know if Tibbs would allow it to work.
He would fit on the court. He would find a way to fit, man.
No, Tibbs is not going to accept anyone who doesn't play defense.
He's not, man. He's not. He's really not. And then he's not a point guard. He's a shooting guard, like a definitive shooting guard. He's too small to be a small forward, but he doesn't play like a point guard, so he has to be at the 2. Mm-hmm. And that's where RJ is. So it's like
RJ can play like a 3 though.
At the 3,
he could go to the 3. So then who would be the 2? Then our problems still aren't solved.
RJ, what's his name?
Alfred Payton
would be the 2.
Alfred Payton would be the 1.
Yeah, I mean, sorry. So who would be the 1 then? Because our problems aren't solved.
Well, I think will you see a lot?
No, Derrick Rose. Hold on, wait a second. What?
Derrick Rose doesn't solve our problems.
As a 1, he's nice.
And I don't know if he's
nicer than Alfred Payton.
Beal. I don't know.
I don't even think Derrick Rose is nicer than Alfred Payton.
That's a crazy statement.
I know it sounds crazy, but he's not. He doesn't finish in the paint at the same rate as Alfred Payton. He shoots a little better, but he turns the ball over, and he's not as nice defensively. So there are trade-offs, and like he's nicer in some ways and worse in other ways. Where it's just like a
You
know what I mean?
That in Detroit before he went to New York.
And he is more motivated on the Knicks, though. He is.
Yeah, he definitely is.
He's had some great games on the Knicks so far. So, but he benefits more playing off of the bench anyway because he's older. Like when he plays heavy minutes, if he hits 30 minutes, all his floaters are front rim. He gets tired. Like he can't.
I think the absolute best person for your team would be like LaMelo.
That's never gonna happen.
That man, you would have that man for 10 years. Just it's like
LaMelo Ball in the Knicks. That would be crazy.
Yeah, man, that would be the best in the world.
Listen, just go get Lonzo. He's the next best thing.
No. Lonzo is not like LaMelo. He's very different.
Everybody's talking about Lonzo going to the Knicks too. There are a lot of Knicks fans that want Lonzo just because he'll like get over.
Why did you get so clear all of a sudden?
I think Lonzo would not.
Yes,
I don't know.
Hello? Lonzo is interesting because he's also been linked to the Clippers, so I've been looking into him a lot. He's not as score. He would be like a Derek Fisher almost. He's very playmaking.
Exactly. So why are people acting like he's going to solve everybody's issues?
And the Clippers fans are saying that he's going to go in there and be the leader.
You know why? Because
but Derek Fisher got chips though. He was pushing the ball, man.
That's facts.
Like Lonzo is like his intangibles are so valued in the league, man. It's crazy.
He pushes it immediately. He's not even looking to score. He's so passive. It's crazy. It results in plays.
Yeah, but. It hurts
more valuable on the Clippers than the Knicks. Then
it's a fact.
He would be very valuable.
Be perfect on the Clippers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I just want Kyle Lowry much better. Kyle Lowry is Lonzo as a veteran.
Kyle Lowry be perfect on the Knicks though. Oh, he plays locks up.
I don't know, man.
Threes.
Because Kyle Lowry is old for your concept to what you're trying to do.
That is true, but they also do need some veteran experience.
We have a
championship veteran experience.
Yeah, that is a fact.
Like I think it's better for my team to have an older person and for your team to have a younger person.
No, because you have some older people and you have some champions on that team too.
I'm saying like an older veteran point guard because then that person.
I don't think you need it when you have Kawhi because one of the things about having an older guy on it is because he's more solemn, he's more wise. Kawhi already brings all that to the table anyway.
I don't give a dang.
You need you. Nah, wait, hold on. You need you.
I just want him to pass the ball because Kawhi has to score the ball.
You know what you need? Wait, hold on. All right, I guess we talk about the Clippers. I guess we talk about the Clippers now. Wait, how much time you got?
Solomon Wise.
Your 5 minutes is up.
Yeah, but you need.
I don't need a Udonis Haslem.
I'm gonna give you 1 minute to wrap this up with your last topic, and we're gonna say bye. But Fast Break fans, do not fret because we're gonna have another episode next week.
Oh, you putting the pressure on?
Apply pressure. Apply pressure.
Apply pressure.
Right.
That's crazy.
That's well
manifest.
Well, no. The Clippers. First of all, the Celtics. Kemba gotta leave the Celtics. We didn't get into it, but Kemba gotta leave the Celtics. The Clippers need youth.
Played pretty well the other day.
They need one day. They need youth. You need hungry young guys that could shoot the basketball. That's what you need. You need some hunger. That's what the Clippers need. You need some guys that really want to prove.
I've also changed my mind. What you said about Terry Rozier. I've also changed my mind on him. He would be good on the Clippers.
You would.
You know who he'd be like? He'd be like Eric Bledsoe 2.0.
Nah, he shoots better.
Yeah, he shoots better. And Eric Bledsoe is on the Clippers, so that would be more of the same.
That's a different era too.
Yeah, that's a whole different time. That would give me hype if EB came back, man. And not Elton
I'm
Brand.
not saying he would. But what I will say is this. I will say this. We are at the end of our time, so we can pick this up on our next episode. For now, on closing thoughts, James Dolan, please leave the Knicks alone. And Kyle Korver. Oh my God, Kyle Lowry to the Knicks or the Clippers would be elite for either squad. The Knicks and Clippers have very similar goals in what they're looking for. So
No.
Yes. I mean, everybody's goal is to win a championship.
How so? No, wait. Explain that. How so?
They both need either a veteran point guard or a flashy point guard.
No, we don't. We don't need a veteran point guard.
You have a veteran point guard in there.
Veteran point guard with championship experience. Yes, you do.
No, we don't. We need veterans and we need a point guard. The veteran doesn't have to be the point guard.
But it should be. It could be. It can definitely be.
I think
We don't need a veteran point guard. If we had a young point guard that could shoot threes and plays defense,
yep,
that's all.
They need De'Aaron Fox with defense. Who's that?
I don't even know.
Kyle Lowry.
De'Aaron Fox with defense? No, Kyle Lowry is past that.
Kyle Lowry plays defense though.
Yeah, but De'Aaron Fox is one of the fastest person in the league.
Yeah, he is. But this is something to mull over. Fans, put your thoughts in the comments, and we'll think over who would be a better fit for the Knicks. For now, thank you for joining us for this episode of Fast Breaks presented by the Soapbox. We'll see y'all next week.
Go New York, go New York, go.
Let's go Nets. Let's go Nets, go.
Nobody cares about the Nets.
Nobody cares about you.
Yo. All right, I'm off. I gotta go to Long Island. Go on.